My new 6'8" ISO demigod build is literally unstoppable in NBA 2K26. It gets the most insane rare contact dunk animations and will have you laying down on the floor. And don't even try to guard me because this build will break your ankles and have you looking stupid. And because I'm 6'8" with Legend Set Shot Specialist, I'll shoot right over you and not even think twice about it. And don't even think about passing because I'm in those lanes with that 85 steal rating. If you guys want my jump shot, dribble moves, and a full dribble tutorial, this video has to reach 3,000 likes, so make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe. Let's get right into this build. Starting off with the position, you have to go shooting guard if you do want to be 6'8". Okay, you cannot make a point guard and be 6'8" in 2K26, so just go shooting guard. If you want to go small forward, you can, feel free to, but I just went shooting guard. Okay, I went 6'8", I went 185 pounds, and I went with this 6'10" wingspan. Okay, the reason why we're going with a 6'10" wingspan is so we can get 93 mid-range. Okay, that is very crucial for this build. You guys are going to see why later on in the video. So start off with a driving dunk. We're going to put this all the way up to a 90. Now, the reason why we're going to be doing this, I'm going to be using 2 cap breakers from either build specialization or whether that's from the crew rewards. If you guys haven't looked into that, definitely look into that. And we're also going to be using 1 cap breaker from the level 40 reward in the season pass. So 3 cap breakers on driving dunk alone to get a 93 driving dunk. So remember, 93 driving dunk. And I promise I'm not just upgrading random stats you guys are going to see later on in the video. If you try to make this exact build, your standing dunk is going to be a 51 and your close shot is going to end up being a 78. I promise I'm not putting up random stats. Once I bring up my mid-range, you know, close shot and standing dunk are going to go up. And for my post control, it's going to go up to a 50 once I upgrade my other attributes. So just keep that in mind. But yes, we're going to get a 93 dunk on this build. And before I talk about finishing, I also want to go over the physicals real quick. Now for the speed on this build, we're going to be going with an 85. And the reason why we're doing that is to get gold slippery off ball. It's very good, very efficient, especially at the height of 6'8". So go with an 85 steal, my bad, not steal, 85 speed. And for the agility, we're going to put that at an 80. I think that's just a good threshold. I think if you go any lower, you're going to be a liability on defense. And, you know, I'm 6'8". I want to be able to move pretty quick. So we're going to go with this 80 agility. Now, moving on to the vertical has to be an 80. Now, the reason it has to be an 80 is because we're going to be going with a 93 driving dunk. Like I said, we're going to be going with a 93 driving dunk once we put our 3 cap breakers on driving dunk, okay? From 90 to 93. Now, you have to have an 80 vertical to get gold posterizer, which eventually we will max +2 to get legend poster and to get the contact dunk. So again, man, use this build as a template, change anything you guys want, but for the vertical, it has to be an 80. But now let's talk about finishing and how great this build can finish in 2K26. In case you guys didn't know, I did have early access to NBA 2K26. Shout out to 2K for that. They had creator day or creator early access. And man, I was moving day one, man. I was dribbling. We're going to get into dribbling in a little bit, but yeah, man, this build can finish very well. I was getting one of the like most insane contact dunk animations on very well-known players, you know, lots of 2K, ex-2K league players, but I was going absolutely insane, man. The dunk meter is back. You can see the green window, you know what I mean? And with the 90, you know, well, right now I only have a 91 driving dunk with my cap breaker at the moment, but yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm getting really good contact dunk animations. It feels good once you beat your defender. You know, it's similar to 2K24's contact dunks. It's very similar to that. You know, when you go up with a dunk, you're going to feel very confident no matter what you're doing. If that green window is there, you can basically time it anytime you want. And these clips right here, again, man, this is only me having a 91 driving dunk, okay? And I believe I only have like either gold or Hall of Fame posterizer, which eventually we're going to get to legend. So, and this build is only an 80, like 85 to like 89 overall in all of these clips. So imagine this build at 99 overall is going to be insane. But overall finishing is really good. The green window is nice. I got some really good contact dunks, and honestly, I think 93 driving dunk is going to be a very good threshold to get those consistent contact dunks. You know, whether it's on a good defender or a bad defender, doesn't really matter, man. The contact dunks are going to be very consistent with a 93 driving dunk. And again, once we get that legend posterizer, bro, it's going to be different. Now, moving on to the mid-range, we're going to put this all the way up to a 93. The reason why we're doing this is to get Hall of Fame set shot specialist, which eventually we will max +1 that with the season pass. Tier 1, max +1 season pass to get legend set shot specialist. So we're going to be 6'8" with legend set shot specialist. That's going to be crazy. Now for the 3-point rating, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to an 83. My original build was just going to be an 80 3-point rating, but I decided to go 83 because I really want that bronze limitless range. You know, if I eventually want to change my max +2 to that, I can actually put that on gold if I want in the future. So that's pretty good. And for the free throw rating, I'm just going to leave this at 68 because I'm most likely not going to be playing rec on this build. But man, I could talk for hours about shooting on this build, man. It's absolutely insane. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know right now, if you rhythm shot back in 2K25, you got really good at it, I'm telling you guys right now, stick with it in 2K26 because this build with a 93 mid-range, I'm just sparking, bro. I'm pulling up with whatever. Okay, like I said in the intro, I'm 6'8". I can shoot over anybody that I want. Okay, if they're shorter than me, I'm pulling up. I'm 6'8". I got that Kobe dribble pull up, you know, little signature style leak right there. Very good, very effective, and you're gonna be able to green at a very consistent rate with a 93 mid-range rating. And I do believe in these clips, I either have Shifty Shooter on gold or Hall of Fame. I can't remember. It's probably just on like gold, maybe even be silver in a lot of these clips. But it's really nice. You can burst out the dribble moves, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, man, again, man, you can shoot very well, you know, rhythm shooting, fading and whatnot. But getting into the standing shots, I mean, bro, you can literally catch and shoot is butter on this. With this 83 3-point shot, it doesn't matter whether how low, you know, the 3-point shot is because I have set shot specialist on a very high badge tier. So, you know, that badge is definitely going to help me shoot a lot better. And as you guys can see, man, I'm going crazy. I'm shooting whatever I want, shooting over people because I am 6'8". But overall, the shooting on this build is very good. Again, guys, use this build as a template. If you guys don't think you need a 93 mid-range, don't do it. If you think you're good with an 89, go for it. But I like this. I play a lot of 2v2 and a lot of 3v3. And I think the 93 mid-range is going to help out a lot. Overall, man, this build is it's so good, man. It's so good. You can shoot very well. You're going to be able to spark over those that are shorter than you. Now, getting into the playmaking. Now, for the pass and accuracy, we're going to put this all the way up to a 71. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like this. I mainly did this just to be a guinea pig and try it out. Now, I will say 71 pass accuracy is a little bit slower than 71 pass accuracy in 2K25, okay? It's actually significantly slower. So if you are going to play a lot of 5v5 and you really want to play 5 out on a tall point guard build, I would not go with a 71 pass act. I'm just going to let you guys know right now, it is a little bit slow, okay? I mainly play 2, so that's why I went with the 71 pass act. It's up to you, man. You know, I highly recommend putting it at least like on 76 or 79 or something like that, maybe in the 85 to get those high tier passing style animations. But again, man, I went with a 71 just because I play a lot of 2v2. Now, for the ball handle, I'm going with an 85. And the reason why we're doing this is to get the tier 3 momentum crossover, okay? Very important. It's a very good setup move. For those who like to dribble, I definitely recommend putting that on. Now, for the speed with ball rating, we're going to go with a 75, okay? We get silver lightning launch. However, lightning launch on a 6'8" build is a tier 2 badge. So we're going to max +2 lightning launch from the season pass, and we are going to get Hall of Fame lightning launch, which is absolutely insane. Let's just go ahead and roll the clips and show you guys what this build can do playmaking wise. Now take a look at these clips, man. It is crazy. I got some of the most rare, insane ankle breaker animations today. That's one thing I will say about 2K26, man. There are a lot of ankle breaker animations and they make more sense. Okay, yes, they are still kind of random depending on, you know, the defender that's going up against you, but they make a little bit more sense. They have more logic behind it than 2K25. But yeah, I'm not trying to go in the logistics of the game, but just in general, man, this build can get insane ankle breakers. And outside of that, bro, this build is so good at dribbling, only with a 75 speed with ball. A lot of these clips, I only have like bronze or silver lightning launch, and look how fast I'm moving, man. I'm getting past my defender every single time, whether it's for the dunk, whether it's, you know, doing a step back, then running back for the 3. I'm getting open with ease, man, only with a 75 speed with ball. So imagine once this build has Hall of Fame lightning launch at all times, I'm telling you, man, this build is going to be an absolute menace. But yeah, overall, man, playmaking on this build is a lot of fun. The only downside is probably the pass accuracy. But again, man, use this build as a template, change anything you guys want. But yeah, man, overall, this build can move, it can dribble, break ankles, get open, speed boost, quick first step. And if you guys want a full dribble tutorial, make sure you guys leave a like. Again, man, 3,000 likes. I'll show you guys all the signature styles. I will also drop a full dribble tutorial breaking down every single move that I do so you guys can learn as well. So now let's go ahead and get into the defense ratings. Interior defense, we're going to put this at a 60. The reason why we're doing this is to get Paint Patroller on bronze, okay? Remember that. You must need a 60. interior defensive rating, and you must also be 6'6" or taller. Now, luckily we're 6'8", so we're going to be able to get that. All right. Now for the perimeter defense, we're going to put this all the way up to an 82 to get that silver challenger. Now, I will say you got to play up in 2K, 26. There's a pure green window, so I think with an 82 perimeter is just enough because I'm tall. I'll be able to jump and try to get those contests. Now, for the steal rating, we're going to put this all the way up to an 85. Now, this is a big topic in the 2K community right now. I'm actually going to be breaking down in my gameplay in a second, but listen, guys, I don't think an 85 steal rating is worth it. Again, man, I just want to show you guys my build. Again, use this build as a template, change anything you want, but an 85 steal rating might be an overkill this year because blitzes are very hard to get. All right, but moving on to the block rating, we're going to put this all the way up to a 74. And again, the reason why we're doing that is to get Paint Patroller on bronze. You must have a 74 block and a 60 interior, and you must be 6'6" or taller. So that's the reason why we're going with a 74 block. And just in general, it's going to help with your contest from the perimeter. So I think that's going to be pretty good. And for the rebounding on this build, we're going to go ahead and put this rebounding up to a 71 for the offensive rebounding and a 56 for the defensive. Okay, you guys are going to see in a little bit, this build can snag a little bit. Okay, I'm 6'8". I can go crazy on the boards. Now, defensively, this build is pretty good. It's not the best. It's not a pure lockdown or anything. If you're going to be playing with a team, you definitely need another lockdown on the floor if you're going to be playing 3v3. But on the 2s court, it can definitely hold its own. Now, I really want to talk about the perimeter defense and the steal rating. Okay, again, man, in 2K26, it's very hard to get blitz steals. And when I say blitz, if you're a new player, I mean running at someone's hip and making them lose the ball. Okay, it's just a thing. It's just a hard thing in general to get in 2K26. So, guys, I see a lot of other people going with a 73 steals. So if you guys think that's worth it, go for it, man. But I think the only other reason you should really go for an 85 steal is if you really want gold interceptor. And I did get a few lanes today. I did get a few lane steals. It was not the most consistent, but I did get a decent amount. But we're going to have to wait and see if a 73 steal rating is just as good. Now, rebounding wise, I play a lot of 2s, so I like to have, bronze rebound chaser. And we also get box out beast on silver, which we could eventually max +1 and get that on gold, which would be pretty glitchy. But yeah, I was also getting a lot of rebounds, a lot of offensive rebounds today. So yeah, this build can really do it all. But yeah, guys, this is the full 6'8" ISO demigod build. I feel like this was a very good first build for NBA 2K26. I'm probably going to be grinding for at least a month. Yeah, man, again, man, make sure you guys use this build as a template. If you guys don't like this, feel free to change anything you want. I think it's pretty good. It can dribble, can shoot, play make, and play defense. And that is what my goal was for this build, to make a very well-rounded build. If you guys did enjoy this video, do me a favor, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Remember, 3,000 likes and I got you guys with a full dribble tutorial, all my dribble moves, my jump shot, everything. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.